But game number one is now beginning in the final series of today. We already know who is qualified from all the brackets, but this is the last final one. So, in the bottom right corner, from Team Evil Geniuses, sponsored by Raid Call, the three-letter man in the middle is JYP. And in the far opposite corner, up in the top right, from Team Millennium, is going to be ForGG.
Awesome. I think it's going to be really interesting. They're on cross spawns. So I am kind of curious to see if ForGG is going to go for that mass barrack style that you talked about. I've seen him in GSL and other tournaments on this map really favor that, you know, who needs a factory? Let's get 7 barracks and try to kill you. So it'll be interesting to see how he does progress in this game.
Or he gets the factory and just uses it to float and scout.
I mean, that's mind games, man. You've got to trick your opponent.
I mean, it is true to note that it's so easy to fall into that trap of going, well, I have to have 3 barracks and go medevac. That has to be the way that I open every single game. And over time, you just slowly start to phase out ideas like, what if I expanded and went 7 racks Marine? ForGG hasn't taken any sort of gas, hasn't done any sort of odd placement. Same story in JYP's camp.
Looks like JYP is going to be just scouting out the main now, looking around with that probe, doing a few zaps, not taking any damage on his actual life. ForGG is just going to pull the SCV and follow that around, looking pretty much standard right now.
Already at this point, JYP is getting a nice SCV count. I mean, especially considering that if you look at the ForGG cam, you see that there is 0 scouting going on. So what this means is that JYP can easily see that there's all the SCVs there. None are hiding somewhere building an extra proxy barrack. So ForGG's hand is essentially face up. This will allow JYP to do things like skip his initial Zealot if he wants to avoid doing any sort of overprotective, overly safe openings. So sort of cool things that Squirtle likes to avoid quite a bit.
And he went in there and tried to actually hide the probe in the main base, tried to kind of dodge that SCV. The SCV did see it, so he's following him down now, seeing the command center go down. And of course, the one thing that JYP is going to have to watch out for is that potential eBay block on the natural.
Yeah.
But he is getting that Zealot out now, so he should be able to knock that down quite quickly. And ForGG going for this very late scout is actually only going to arrive in JYP's base around the time that first Stalker pops out.
And it looks like there's a Stalker coming out. Will there be a Chrono Boost? No, interestingly, just a Chrono Boost on the Warp Gate. Ooh, look at this. 53 energy on the Nexus. I mean, this actually looks quite a bit like ForGG, or excuse me, JYP could be preparing for some sort of super early Chrono Boost Warp Gate play. There's the second Chrono Boost on the Warp Gate.
It's definitely looking like that. I mean, this is the classic kind of 4-gate cues. It could be because he's seen that ForGG didn't scout yet. He was thinking, you know what, I'm going to put these Chrono Boosts in, and if he does happen to scout it, I can always transition out, take that expansion, and all I've done is spend an extra 2 Chrono Boosts on my Warp Gate.
And it looks like his choice is to add on 2 more gateways. Here comes the 3rd Chrono Boost. Well, at least, almost certainly, 3rd Chrono Boost should be going down the Cybernetic Score. It is going to be a 4-gate. I like this play a lot on this map. This is one of the few maps where you can both 4-gate, and if it fails, you just double expand. And thanks to this really nice fat ramp at the front, you can easily defend with just basic gateway units.
Yeah, I mean, that's really quite good, quite a good point. You can always hold that ramp with force fields very easily, even if you do end up losing the 3rd base. And we are going to see that, you know, ForGG, his response here, not that he's scouted it, but he's playing very safe. He's getting his 2nd bunker quite early. He's getting another 3 barracks up, so he's going to have a very high Marine count, and he hasn't got any gas geysers yet. But that being said, you know, this first warp-in is going to be coming in about 20 seconds. We've only got 5 Marines out, a 6th about to pop, but now as 4 Marines start to produce at a time, the timing window for JYP is going to be very, very narrow to get any damage done.
I mean, the one fortunate thing about JYP's position is that he can warp in 5 total Stalkers, and 5 is the number that you need to be able to one-shot repairing SCVs. So that's really going to be the big play that JYP is going to go for as he's moving up this ramp. The Marines loading in with ease, and it looks like there's the SCVs pulling off. Is he going to target fire those SCVs? It looks like he's decided he wants to target fire the bunker. A big flub by JYP as ForGG just easily repairs, taking almost no damage whatsoever. It looks like he lost a single Marine.
That was absolutely disastrous.
Oh no, a single worker. Oh, actually, he killed nothing in that attack. This is actually the initial SCV scout that got killed off.
Yeah, and I mean, not to call it early, but this game is looking in a horrible position for JYP. He's warping in another Zealot in the Stalk. He's going to have 4 Zealots and 7 Stalkers, but like 2 Marines with 2 bunkers, sorry, with 18 Marines out. There is no way he can break this, and unfortunately he's completely all in right now. He might do the kind of, let's wait for a few more warp-ins, hope that our opponent sells the bunkers, but I don't see that happening. ForGG still has only just got his first 100 gas up, taking a 30C, and those Marines moving down that ramp right now.
Well, Marines, looks like they did end up seeing that pylon. Looks like they're going to try to flirt with that edge of death, try to pick off the pylon, but here comes all the forces, and oh my god, this might be exactly what JYP needs. He's getting some nice hits, picks off a couple Marines. Can he get more? He's continuing to dart up, and there's the retarget fire. Tons of Zealots are at the front, but right now JYP's unit count is looking fairly slim. This easy click repair from ForGG is going to lead us to a very, very fast game number 1. And there it is, the good game. A little bit of a lackluster first match, but I'm not going to lie, that build on that map, totally acceptable to do, but just easy for Barrick's response from ForGG.
Yeah, he's going to take those risks.